Me personally, I'm all about positivity, especially on this channel. And this fragrance is going to be half positive, and the other half of it isn't going to be positive. And I'm going to get into it. This is my update review on Acqua di GIO's Profondo Parfum. Do you want to find out about this fragrance? Stay tuned. What is good, YouTube? Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mikeycologne. You already know that by now. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you to all my subscribers, or to whoever watches my reviews. I'm sending a big thank you your way. Now, this is my update review of Acqua di GIO Profondo Parfum. This is their latest release. This is a 100ml bottle, Parfum concentration, magnetic cap. We do like a magnetic cap. The atomizer, look, it's good. Gives that a nice wide distribution, so to speak. Now, this is quite a busy fragrance when it first opens up. But before I get going, if you do enjoy my content, hit that subscribe button. Always press the bell because it will notify you when I drop a review at a later date. If you're interested in any samples, check out Small Aromas if you live in the UK. And if you want any fragrances from the house of Unique Luxury, it is a niche fragrance house. Go onto their website. Once you've put whatever you want in the cart, where it says discount code, put in Mikey-Kute23. That will give you 15% off of your order. I don't earn no money, no commission, no strings attached. Use lot, save the money, and that is what it's there for. Now, this is busy when it first opens up. You've got marine notes, bergamot, everlasting flower, violet leaf, lavender, cistus absolute, patchouli, vetiver, woody mineral. Right. This opens up very fresh. It's lively. It's a little bit salty. It is aquatic. It is citrusy. But literally after about 30 seconds to a minute, then boom, in comes the woods. The vetiver comes through. Now, this is when this fragrance starts darkening up, because then the patchouli shows up. And then as this sits, after a couple of minutes, I get this sour, metallic tinge coming from the fragrance. I don't know if it's just my skin. And it smells like a little bit sweaty. And I don't know where that is coming from. Maybe it is that woody mineral. I do not know what woody mineral means. But it's definitely got like this salty, sweaty, metallic tinge to the fragrance. As this does settle down, the citruses fade out, the woods amp up, the earthy quality that I do get from this fragrance tends to turn up a little bit. Like I say, the patchouli darkens the base, adds in a little bit more towards the woodsy side of things. And really, that's how the fragrance sits. It's busy for the first, I would say, 5 to 8 minutes maybe. And then after that, it kind of sits linear. I wouldn't say flat, but it just sits linear. And nothing really changes after that. As time goes by, the same scent lingers, but it just dies down. Now, what I do have a problem with, I don't have a problem with the way this smells. Not at all. I think it's a nice masculine men's fragrance. I really do. At first, it does sit heavier than the other Parfum version. And there is differences. So you can tell, I've done a side-by-side. I've done it yesterday. Just sprayed the other Parfum on this hand and the Parfum on this hand. The other Parfum seems a lot lighter and airier compared to this. It sits denser, heavier, darker, thicker, earthier, woodsier. There is differences. But the longevity of this it's a shambles. It really is. I'm getting 4 to 5 hours tops. And it's a Parfum concentration. I understand that it is a freshie or a fresher fragrance. And they don't tend to last as long as some other fragrances. I get that. But this is a Parfum concentration. And it doesn't behave like a Parfum concentration. Again, I do not know what's going on with the fragrances that are coming out at the minute. Bulgari's Man in Black Parfum. Shambles when it comes to the longevity, the performance. Bad Boy Cobalt Elixir. Shambles. I think that was a Parfum concentration. Shambles. Now this, 4 to 5 hours, again, I do not know what's going on. It projects well for the first 45 minutes. I mean, if you overspray, if you go yam on the atomizer and you do 10 sprays, it's obviously going to project for a good while. But on an average, or what people averagely spray, some people might do 3 to 5 sprays. Well, you need to amp that up a little bit, and you need to do, I'd say, 5 to 7 sprays. Because I've been doing 5 to 6 sprays, it's been pushing for the first 45 minutes, and then it rains in, and then after that, it really starts dying down quite quick. And then by like the 4.5 to 5 hour mark, it is very faint. It does last longer on clothes, so if you want to make it last longer, spray your garments, that will work. But I'm just talking about, in general, this is meant to be a Parfum concentration. And again, it's another fragrance that isn't behaving like one. Oh, and I forgot to mention as well, this does have a green herbaceous tone to the fragrance. A little bit herbal, a little bit green, and obviously, like I've said, very woodsy. But it's just, how can I say to you, like, this is worth the money when I'm not happy with it myself? I think the 100ml of this was £110. Do I think it's worth that? No, I do not. I know there's Acqua di GIO fanboys out there, and I am happy to have it in my collection. Don't get me wrong, I'm not slating the scent profile because it's a nice smelling fragrance. But from a Parfum concentration, the performance really isn't there. And like I say, newer releases at the minute that have been coming out, I do not know what's going on with the longevity. Someone commented on my first impressions of this and said, please leave it a month until you do your update review. Why am I going to leave it a month? What, so everybody can go out and buy it and be disappointed with it? Maybe it's just my skin, but the thing is, I don't think some people understand is that it macerates before they pull it into bottles. It has to go through a process. They don't just make the batch up and whack it straight in a bottle. Everything's a process. Everything takes time. So it already macerates. Yes, fragrances do macerate more the longer you leave them, but sometimes it can take ages. So if you want me to do an update review again in a month's time and see how the longevity behaves, I will do that. But as for now, I'm not happy with the longevity, but scent profile is good. It's a versatile fragrance. Like I say, it does sit darker than the other Parfum version. This is for any occasion. But this, to me, it kind of leans more towards nighttime use. You can use it during the day, no problem. Any season. But the way it's got that dark, woodsy, green undertone, it does it grows it up a little bit. It matures it a little bit more. But anyway, that is my update review on this. I'm half happy with it. Would I suggest buying it at full retail? The way it's behaving on my skin, no, I wouldn't. I would say wait for discounters. But each to their own. I can't tell you or can tell you to buy a fragrance. That is down to you. If you don't care about 4 or 5 hours being... If you don't care about the longevity being 4 or 5 hours, go out and buy it. But as a Parfum concentration, it doesn't behave like one at all. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everybody's support. Have you tried Acqua di GIO Profondo Parfum? How does it behave on your skin? Is it just my skin? Do you get that sour, sweaty tinge from the fragrance? I don't know where that's coming from. Remember, smelling good's always a pleasure and never a chore. And I will see you lot on the next one. Cheers.